friends, this is Stephanie of Stephanie's Yarn Escape. Thank you for joining me today for episode number 68. This is a crochet podcast where I take you on my Yarny adventures in hopes that you find some sort of inspiration. So grab your favorite beverage, prop those feet up because you deserve to, and enjoy to share. So I was MIA last week. That's probably going to be the norm for a little while. That's okay. But I have lots of stuff to discuss today, so get ready. I have no finished objects today. None. But I have been a busy bee. Been working on lots of different things. We're going to start off with this bag here. This is my plaid corner to corner blanket. This is a tutorial by Fiber Spider, and I'll be sure to link that down below. But this did get a little bit of love. Where am I at here? Hold on. Let me find myself. Okay. So this is, like I said, this is my easy peasy blanket where it's mindless crochet, corner to corner for squares, and attaching as you go. So I have this one started. And what's funny about this one is I usually work on this on knit night with the girls. And the one Thursday night, I wasn't going to work on it. I was actually going to work on my cow. And, but I had to pull the pattern up on my computer. And I was having computer difficulties. So my husband went to save the day. And so I was working on this. So once he got it fixed, I put this down. So I usually don't like to have a square not finished, but who cares, right? But this is it so far. I love it because you can go in any direction to add on if you feel like it needs to be wider, smaller, what have you. So yes, I like it. And it's join as you go. That's what I love about it. So this is it so far. It's getting there, one square at a time. And the yarn I'm using is all Big Twist in white, light rose, and this wine color. I really, really, really love this wine color. It is, like I said, Big Twist, 100% acrylic, 4 medium weight, 380 yards. So that's coming along. I actually want to do a bunch of different colors in this plaid effect with this technique. And just keep going with it because it's easy. I like having something mindless on the hooks because just some days I just can't handle anything more difficult. So that is going. The other thing that got very little love is my baby blankets. Now I did print out the pattern. It's this mandala baby blanket. It's a lot of pages. It is 54 pages. It's in black and white. It's the Artist Baby Blanket by Hooked on Sunshine. I did finally print it out. It's the black and white version. Not as fun to see, but that's okay. Like I said, it got very little love. I'm on round 9, I believe. Yes, round 9. So here it is. I'm using an eye hook, according to my stitch marker. Got some ends weaved in, but not all of them. It's coming along very slowly. I'm hoping to enter this into my local fair this year, which is in August, beginning of August. So I think I should be good. So that's it so far. The yarn I'm using, this color here is discontinued, but when Lion Brand put it on sale for $1, I got a bunch of skeins, so this should use most of it up, if not the rest that I have. I did use this color in another project, so this should finish it off. This is Lion Brand Heartland, 100% acrylic, 251 yards, 4 medium. This is the colorway Delani. I love this color of pink. Excuse me. Don't mind me. I'm fighting off yet another bug. I'm congested, cough. Ugh. but I'm fine. Red Heart, not Red Heart. Maybe I'm not fine. Karen's Simply Soft in white. And then the Lime Brand Heartland in Grand Canyon. And I know you can get some more of this. I may have to buy another skein, depending. So, that's the progress on that. And this pattern can be found on Ravelry. So, what I'm doing is I'm using white in between each round of color. So I got pink, white, the Grand Canyon white, pink, white, Grand Canyon white. So I'm just going to do that alternating throughout the whole blanket, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. Very excited. I want to give this one a little bit more love in the upcoming weeks. I do have some things I need to get off my hook first. So there's that. And the other thing that got quite a bit of love, I was hoping to have it finished this week. I did not. It's living in this bag here. For those that followed me for a while, know this is my amigurumi bag. So, it's my cow. The pattern I'm doing is by Jess Huff. And it's not done. It's not done. And I was really trying really hard to have it done. But I was not successful. And that's okay. I'm hoping to have it finished sometime this week. I'm just digging out all the yarn. Labels are falling off. Okay. So, what do I have? I have 2 arms, a head with the indented eyes. I have a new technique for eyes I want to give a try for the cow. Ears that still need attached. And a body that's not stuffed. Oh, and I'm working on a leg. And I have another leg. 2 arms, 1 leg. 1 leg not finished. So I need to finish the leg. Do the spots and attach everything. I'm trying to, I have this idea about adding something fun to it, like an accessory to it, because that's always fun sometimes, and I'm in the mood, so we'll see when I'm done. I haven't quite decided, but I have a couple ideas. The Yarn Amusements. Oh, I love this yarn in white. It's the main color. This gray mist is for the bottom of the arms and the legs. The soft pink was for the nose and the inside of the ears. And black is for the spots. So it's 100% acrylic for medium, 355 yards. So yes, it's coming along. My plan, don't hold me to it though, my plan is to hopefully have the cow finished this week and assembled this weekend sometime. Like I said before, Saturday nights are my like knitting night, amigurumi assembling night, kind of night. So I'm hoping to have all his parts done and maybe next Saturday to assemble them all and have them finished, because I want to get moving on April's theme, which is the mini bunny, which is a YouTube tutorial. I do have one started. This one here, this minty green one. I have finished a peach one. I wanted to make 3 total. Excuse me. To have like a trio. But we shall see. But I do have one done already. So am I ahead of the game? Maybe. So I do have this one started. It's this random cake that it's Red Heart. I don't know the colorway or anything like that, but I don't know why it's caked up or anything in my stash, because I usually don't do that, but there it is. I may have frogged something and then just caked it up. But I thought this would be a good color match for my peach, and I'm going to do a 3rd color. I wanted to make a whole bunch of them, but time is not on my side. It seems to be the norm. I think I'm just learning to adjust. But with this challenge, I wanted to work on embroidering the eyes, because I do that for majority of my amigurumi. And I thought this pattern would be something that I can practice some eye technique with, like facial techniques with. So that was the point of this month's theme, was the mini bunny. Some really cute ones posted already. I can't wait to get moving on it. I have different ideas I want to do for the facial features for this one and the other one I want to make. So for those that are new, I have on my Facebook page, Attacking the Amigurumi 2022. We did this last year. It's a year-long make-along where I pick a theme every month of an amigurumi to make, and you make an amigurumi that month in that theme. And you have a chance to win a prize at the end of the month. And if you enter every single month, then you get a chance to be entered into a grand prize, which will be announced later at the end of the year. So this month, you have a chance to win 2 skeins of yarn. Both I Love This Yarn. This is 100% acrylic, 4 medium, 355 yards in the colorway Ocean. And this one is I Love This Yarn print in the colorway Cypress Landing, and there's 252 yards. And there's one of my stitch markers. I finally got a chance to make those. Yay me. So I think these two would make a really cute amigurumi. That's the thought process when I'm trying to pick out the prizes for the amigurumi, is they make really cute amigurumis. So that's going on. I'm hoping, I'm the one that is always so far behind. Like, I'm still working on March, but that's okay. I'm still working on it. I created the challenge last year to help me work on my amigurumi skills, because I really did not like doing amigurumi, but I just hit this moment where I'm like, I want to give it a try again. So I don't want to take the fun out of it for me. So I don't put the pressure on myself. That's okay. What else am I working on? Well, this got quite a bit of love in this bag here. This is my design bag currently. I was hoping to have, I had high hopes this week, I think. I was hoping to have this one done, typed up, and then working on the other color that I really wanted to do it in. But I did not. I don't know why. I have no excuse. But look how much bigger it is now compared to when you guys saw it last. So it's getting quite a bit of love. And so if I fold it in half, I'm really not that far from being done on the other side. So the texture, I don't know if you guys can see this with this yarn, but I love it. And I'm still debating the border. And the yarn I'm using for this sample piece here is Yarn Bee Urban Chick in the colorway Berry. It's Hobby Lobby yarn. It's 78% acrylic, 22% cotton, 3 light, 275 yards. And this is the second skein. But the original yarn that I'm going to do it in, which is unfroggable, which I needed a yarn that I could frog, of course, is this color here. This is going to be the yarn that the final piece is going to be in, and I cannot wait to get started with it. And this is also Hobby Lobby yarn, 44th Street. You can still buy this. This is the colorway Mustard, 540 yards, 70% acrylic, 30% polyamide, and it's a 3 light. And there's some halo on here. So it's unfroggable, like I said, so that's why I started this piece here. And let me tell you guys, this notebook here is my pattern notebook. And like, this pattern so far has 152 rows. And just from this pattern here is pages and pages of notes, attempts, what have you. Like, these pages here is just from this pattern. Tons of pages. And because I've tried different ways of doing it, what have you, and so lots of note taking. This notebook has every pattern that I have designed so far in it. Everything stated. I like proper documentation, that way if it ever gets stolen, I have the proof that I did this. So which is very important in pattern designing, is to have the proper documentation for your patterns. That way if things were to get stolen, which they do, it happens in the Yarny world, it happens just in life in general, I have the backup for myself. So yes, but like I said, I dated everything, and I started this pattern in January. So I have early January 2nd this year, I have it started. Crazy. So hopefully, excuse me, hopefully I have this done before long. Started on the mustard color one, and then tweak it, and then get it sent off to my testers for that. I have an idea for my next design, which I might tinker around with here before long. We'll see. But in the meantime, that's where that is. What is it? It's almost mid-April, so I'm hoping it'll come out sometime early summer. That's the plan. I wanted it out sooner in a year, yes, but I enjoy it, and at one point this was very frustrating to me. It went in timeout because it wasn't working out the way I wanted it. I always start off with this vision and of the shape, and then I add the color and go from there. And I finally got the shape that I wanted. So, but I couldn't get it to do what I wanted to do. So that's why it went in timeout. And then all of a sudden it just like hit me, and I'm like, I don't know where I was stumbling at, but I was. So it's okay though. It's okay. Love designing process. Really enjoying it. So what else do I have to talk about? So I have a bunch of other projects that I have going on as well too. I'm just looking at my notes. That you can only see on the No Filter Fibercast with Crochet Creations by Christy. Her and I, our last No Filter, you can only find on her channel, which will be linked down below. We did a live. I was very nervous, and but what helped, I was having a lot of technical difficulties. I couldn't see chat, so it kind of like I kind of forgot that we were live, just talking to her, because we get talking, and so that kind of helped a lot. But yes, you'll see those over on her channel. We are doing our second annual baby along. That started April 1st, I believe, and it'll go till end of June, something like that. Oh my gosh, I don't have the dates in front of me, but you'll be able to see the projects I'm working on for that on that episode. Now, once I finish them, I will show them on this episode. For those that don't watch the No Filter, you will be able to see those. And we have a bunch of other projects we're working on there as well too. We have a lot of projects actually going on. Yeah, that's okay. Things are fine. Everything's great. I do want to announce, so you have the baby along, which you can find on my Facebook and her Facebook. You can enter them both, the same item. Then I have my Attack of the Amigurumi 2022 going on now. And then I'm actually going to start a new crochet along. Starting today. If you see this or watching this on my Facebook, the post may not be up yet. I was working on it a little bit this morning. I have yet to finish it. But it will be up soon, I promise. If it isn't already. So, new make-along happening starting today, and it's going to go till June 30th. Yes, to the end of June. So you have April, May, and June to do this. Excuse me, I am dry. So dry. So let me tell you about it. It's called It's Cake Time. And let me tell you, it's going to involve cake yarn. Excuse me. So I love cake yarn. I don't use it a whole lot because of, and this is the same with, to me, cake yarn, variegated yarn are all classified to me as hard to work with in my field, in my eyes. And let me tell you, let me explain myself. I love colors of cake yarn. I keep buying them. I keep buying the variegated yarn, but I hardly use them because when I go to work with them, it's not, I have issues of color controlling. It's very hard for me. So I stick with a lot of different colors and I just change colors when I want. So I have a bunch of cake yarn and variegated yarn, what have you, but we're going to do cakes. I have a bunch of cake yarn. And this one here is Karen Latte Cakes. This was gifted to me by my local Yarny friend. I have, and this is 530 yards, 58% acrylic, 42% nylon. It's considered a 5 bulky. And this is the colorway Kissy Kissy. It's got this gray with a subtle pink in there. I have 5 cakes of this. Okay. And she gifted me this. And usually when yarn is gifted to me, I use it for something for myself. So this is going to be for me. For a project. So she gave it to me a couple years ago. I can make a very large blanket with this. That's my plan, is to make a blanket. I have the make-along going on for so long, so you can make a large project with your cake yarn. Dig out the cake yarn. We're going to use it. So I'm going, well, the one day I received a Mary Maxim catalog. And I was just flipping through it, and I saw this one pattern that caught my eye, and I was like, oh, that would really look cute in the cake yarn. So I did some online research. I couldn't just get the pattern from Mary Maxim. You had to buy the whole kit. And I really wasn't after the whole kit. So I did some research online, and I found one very similar pattern. So the pattern I'm going to be using is called Crochet Diamond Lace Baby Blanket by Stitching Together. It'll be linked down below. And I really wanted to use this yarn with it. There's a couple of other cakes that I want to use with that pattern. In that pattern there, she actually uses a cake yarn. So, and you can't really tell. You wouldn't know. So I want to make this for myself because I want to use this yarn because I got the inspiration from a crate that I bought at Hobby Lobby on my London shopping trip. And it's going to go in my bedroom. And so I want to put a blanket in it to like have dripping over the side, all cute and stuff. And this is the blanket yarn, the yarn I'm going to use for the blanket. Oh, the words are just, ah. So in every direction I had inspiration from looking through a little catalog, from looking at a crate at the store, like, and it all came together. I get inspiration from random locations, times, what have you. I'm taking it. I always take the inspiration from whenever it strikes me. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be called It's Cake Time. April 1st, no. April 10th through June 30th is the time of the make-along. And, of course, there's going to be a prize to win. You have a chance to win, of course, some cake yarn. Now, I just placed, later on this week, you're going to see a Yarn Stash Enhancing video. I ordered from Hirschner's. And I had ordered these 2 cakes just for this make-along. So I had to tear into the bag. I didn't look at anything else. I just pulled these cakes out. But I know what I ordered, so I know what to expect. Is this Premier Sweet Roll. And this is 100% acrylic, 4 medium, 245 yards. So you get 2 cakes of that. One of my stitch markers. So excited. There'll be, like I said, there'll be a post up later about it. And post pattern ideas for others to get ideas. I'll try to link that pattern that I'm going to do with my latte cakes. And this should be a fun make along. I can't wait to see what everybody's going to make with their cake yarn. Try to make it, you know, a decent size. You can do anything that you want as long as it's made with a cake yarn. It's going to be a long make along. It's just about 3 months. So you have time to make something large. Now, the pattern is a baby blanket that I'm doing, the Crochet Diamond Lace baby blanket. But she does give the multiples for to make it bigger. So that's my plan, is to make it bigger, because I have 5 cakes of this. So I'm going to make it bigger. We shall see how this goes. But yeah, that's the plan on that. And I think that's all I have to talk about. It is. I thought this episode would be a little bit longer, but I kind of talked a little bit fast. But I talked a lot, I feel like, because I can feel it. I can feel I talked a lot. Ugh, I'm all congested. It's always something. Okay. Yep, I think that's all I have to discuss today. That's all I'm seeing in front of me. There will probably not be an episode next week. I'm going to try and just do the every other week. I feel like I have more to show doing on every other week. I don't know. I might do one, I might not. I don't know. I have to see what I feel like. There will be a Yarn Stash Enhancer episode coming out later this week, and a Knit Machine Shenanigans episode coming out this week as well too. So be on the lookout for those, and I will talk to you all later. Have a fabulous week, and remember to keep that yarn running through those fingers. Bye.